Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Allie's excuse me, Allie's Wonderland Creations. I need to sip. Something is like my throat right now. Anyways, I am making a DSP gift bag for note cards, size 3.5 by 5. This is video number 1. This is going to be the gift card. I'll show you the first card sample in just a second. So let's move the whiteboard, and don't want to put it on my DSP over there. Okay, so the little gift bag is here. You are going to want to stay tuned because I haven't figured out if I'm going to do a paper handle or ribbon. That will be in the final video, but this is just the basic little bag. And I can tell you that I struggled quite a bit with getting this just to where I wanted it so it would hold. This is the first little card that I'll be making. That'll be in video number 2. So I wanted it to hold the card with just that like 1/4 inch in there. So I'm still not sure how I want to do the sides, so I'm going to give that some more thought. But for now, we are going to make the gift bag. Like I said, that little card, we're going to do that in video number 2. So I need to put those supplies away, as we won't be doing that in video number 1. What did I use for the gift bag? Well, I used some simple things. We're going to actually do the dragonfly that's on the card that needs to go here. I really liked this black, white, and yellow theme, just by chance. This DSP piece of paper is from the Dream a Daydream, which is a hostess packet of paper in the annual catalog, not the new catalog that's coming, but in the one that is retiring. So we have that. I'm using the Thoughtful Blooms, very retired from Celebration. It matches the small bloom punch, and I really like just that little bit. I didn't want to put a sentiment or anything on the gift bag. This is my personal choice, so I brought this out of my retired stash. And we're going to use this also on one of the cards that are going to go in here. And Dragonfly Garden is retiring. The punch is staying. So, you know, you can keep it just the black silhouette, but I'm going to go ahead and do the dragonfly. And we're using these little mayflies, fireflies, whatever you want to call them, on the envelope of the card, but not for this project, so I'm going to set that one aside. For a True Friend, we're using that on our first card. That's for the card, this one. So we're going to use this dragonfly from Dragonfly Garden, the small bloom here from the Thoughtful Blooms, and let's see, I have pieces already done. I'm using these 2 punches. Where did it go? Label Me. We are using the Handmade Tags punch in Daffodil Delight. We're, of course, using the Dragonfly punch. And we're going to use, soon to be retired, Label Me Lovely. And you will see me use this continually because I'm not getting rid of it. I'm just not. I just can't bring myself to do it. I love it too much. And I'm using a 1 3/4 inch circle punch, which I think I just ordered the new one. That is one of their online specials with Stampin' Up. So let's start. We're going to stamp. We're going to stamp first before we get to the building of the bag. So I apologize if that bothers anybody. So I want to show you how I made my dragonfly, and we're going to use this dragonfly. We'll be doing this one. So I inked it really well in Memento, and I give it a little twist, and I am simply stamping it. I'm using the dragonfly body that is solid. Oh, so pretty. I can't believe this stamp set is going away and they're keeping the punch. Maybe they have a new punch coming out. So all I use for this is a sponge dauber in Daffodil Delight. But I absolutely love this. So inking it up, I'm tapping off a little bit, and then I'm going to go really strong down the center of the dragonfly. So I'm going to repeat this, adding up that layer of color. Remember, you can add it on, but you cannot take it off. So I am adding my color. Now I'm going to stamp off some more with the sponge dauber. Now I'm going to start to bring my color out. So starting at the center and walking it, starting in the center and walk it out. So I'm going to do the same over on this side. Tap off first, start in the center and walk it, and I'm going straight up and down. So start in the center and walk it out. Tap it off, start in the center and walk it out. And somebody is going to come bug me, it sounds like. Okay. See how we got that intense color right there in the center of the dragonfly? That is the color and the saturation I am looking for. So I'm going to stick all of those, sorry about that, aside, and I'm going to get our punch out. And I'm actually going to use this one on this gift bag. I will have 2 of these when I'm done. So, absolutely beautiful. And we're going to need to do our little flower the same way. Let me get a different scrap piece here. One that's smaller. Let's see. That one should do it. Because this one I can get another dragonfly out of, which I will need. So we're going to repeat this process again. I'm going to ink it up really well. Walk it around that ink pad. I'm going to come in. I'm going to stamp. I'm going to hold it down for a second. I really want it to be nice and crisp black. There we go. So I put that Daffodil Delight up just a little bit too soon. Sorry about my reach. So once again, tap off. I'm going to pounce straight up and down in the center. Oh, that's got a light. And now I'm going to walk it out to the edges of each petal. But I want an intense amount of yellow in the center. And now I'm going to punch it out. And then I'm going to set these aside with the rest of the bits that I already have done, and I will show you that. Let me get the punch out of the way. This punch out of the way. Sorry, I need this bit of space over here to my left for the arm of my cutter. And you're gonna have to wait. Thank you, honey. It's my grandson coming in. So what pieces do we have? Well, we have a couple of dragonflies. I just punched it in basic black. I have the same small bloom punch in basic black. A dragonfly. I have an extra bloom just in case I need it. The Label Me Lovely punched in basic black. The Daffodil Delight of the homemade tag, and this is that 1 3/4 inch circle punch that is left over from the DSP for that I'm using for the bag. So I'm going to put all of these pieces together. This time I'm going to use my magnetic clip. I'm hoping that they'll all stay there. And snap that right there, and we are going to start. Okay, are we ready for this? You have no idea how much DSP I went through that's in my recycle bin. Because I got so frustrated, I crumpled it up in over and over and over again. I just could not get this where I wanted. But I think I got it, and we'll see if that happens in this video. So here are my measurements. I'm not going to give you, I did not pre-cut the DSP down. It was easier for me to score it and cut it at one time. So that's how I'm going to do it on video. I tried to pre-cut it to a certain measurement and do it, and I just couldn't get it to come out right so many times. So I'm like, I am going to show how I actually got this to work. I don't know why I was having so much trouble yesterday. but it just was what it was. So once again, this darker blade on the Stampin' Up! Trimmer cutter is your cutting blade. You either want to remove it or keep it up at the top because we don't want to use that right yet. So we are going to start, and this is where, let me get, you can see this is the sample that actually worked for me. This is my template. So we are going to start, let me turn it this way, at 1 1/4 inch. 1 5/8, 7, making sure here. Nope, we're going to start this way. We're going to start at 1 1/4 inch. So you can do this two ways. You can go here using this 1 1/4 inch if you want to. I am going to move this down because I am going to start and do it all in one direction, hopefully. So 1 1/4, and I've got this stand, metal stand here that my desktop computer is on because my printer is underneath it. So holding that in place, we're going to score at 1 1/4. Then we're moving down to 6 5/8. Okay, so here's 6. Let me move it in camera a bit. So 5/8, this is 1/2. So I know 5/8 just from me doing it over and over again is that mark, that 1/8 of a mark right past the half, 6 1/2. So now I'm going to score at 6 5/8. Now I'm going to cut it next. I'm going to move it down to 7 7/8, which is that 1/8 of a mark right before the number 8. Now to make sure this is where I want it, I'm going to bring that over and have a peek. And it is. So now I'm going to cut. So this piece here that is left, we're going to use that on cards. Now I'm going to open my trimmer. I'm going to move that cutting blade all the way at the top because I don't want to use it. I'm going to turn it now to this. It is now 7 7/8 this way. I'm turning it to the 12-inch side. Now we are going to start again. Scoot this down. We are going to start at 1 1/4. We are going to score. We're not going to cut yet. We're not going to cut to the final. There's 1 1/4. Now I am moving down to 5 1/8, which is that this is the 16th. This is the 8th mark. We are scoring. Now we're going to move to 6 3/8. It's a little hard on this one. I'll show you what I did several times. I put a little Sharpie right here, but I did take a ruler when I was trying to figure this out. And I took a ruler. I lined up the beginning measurement mark there. I went down like this, and I'm like, oh, there's 6 3/8 right there. So that's how I marked it, and it happens to be right here where these two colors meet. That's the 6 3/8 of a mark. It's where this arm closes. So we are now going to score. We're going to take it down to 10 1/4, which 10 1/4 is right here. Yikes. We are scoring. And now we are going to do our cutting mark at 11 1/2. So 11 1/2 is right there. So now I'm going to bring that cutting blade all the way down. And I have this little strip, which I did use on a card. So now, if I have done it correctly, this piece should line up. And it does. So there is our starting of our bag. So I'm going to grab some scissors, maybe, up here. And it is hard to see on the yellow. So first thing we need to do to help us see better, and I like to fold things away from myself. So I'm going to crease on here You can use a bone folder. I'm going to get them all started and then I'm going to go over them with the bone folder. So there we go. So that got started for me. So I'm going to start here. And this is my preference. Some people like to fold towards them. I like to fold away. Here's another score line. Go over it. You can see that is the bottom of our bag. This is the inside. I gave us this 1 1/4 inch because I wasn't sure how I was going to do the top yet. But I wanted this extra DSP there to give it some stability and support. So now I'm going to open this up. Start it out. And then we're going to cut some little wedges of pie or miter. Some of the edges, just so it folds nicer on around the top. Okay. So on all of this is a square here. I just need to do it this end, and the other end. And I do mean just a sliver. I'm practically just cutting out that score line is basically all I'm trying to remove. Can you see how tiny that is? That's it. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfectly straight. I am not concerned with that. I just want that little bit of bulk so when it folds together, I want that out of my way. That one cut out all the way nicely. All right. So those little pieces can come out of the way, and I'm still in my head right now. I'm thinking, how do I want to do the handle? Because I want this black, yellow, and white theme, and I'm trying to figure it out. So next, in the center of this base, you just want to cut from the outside of the DSP up to that score line. I kind of let the scissors fall in the crease in that score line and cut up. I did not use score tape. I did not use red liner tape. I simply used wet glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wet glue. I'm going to fold the center part down. Then I'm going to fold these flaps down. And you can see my little miter, my little wedge of pie, as I like to call it. I'm going to do that on both ends. So let's see. It doesn't take much to get this glued down. This is just adding some stability to the top opening of my little gift bag. So this piece, you need to determine if the left here or right here is going to be the front of your bag. I am going to go with the right side, so I'm going to start folding in the left, and I'm going to do that by putting some glue on my DSP there, and then I'm going to line this up. Give it a little pinch and hold. I'm going to do that on the other side, making sure I'm doing the right ones together. That's why I'm not going to do the other one yet. So on this little flap, just going to scribble me some wet glue, fold it down, and secure my piece of my flap to that flap. Yikes. Come on. There we go. You can also put it down if you're worried that you're going to get it off-ended. Now that we have this piece here, we are going to add glue to it. This piece just is absolutely bright, springy. I absolutely love it. Oh, it's taken me so long to use up this DSP, but I've had a blast with it. Really, I truly have gotten my money's worth out of this packet of DSP. Don't always happen, but there it is. There is our gift bag, and I've got plenty of support here for ribbon, for whatever I want to use. And let me grab my box of goodies. Let's see what I got here. I've got, let's see, what do I have that might go in here? I have a bunch of Stampin' Up. Do I have any black? A bunch of Stampin' Up retired ribbons, twines, lace. Oh, those don't go in Stamping Up. This one is. I love that taffeta, but that is not Stamping Up. That doesn't go in here. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. This will work nicely. This is taffeta. Doesn't remember what this says. What does it says? Daffodil Delight. Look at that. I couldn't get any better. So now we know what we're doing. Alrighty. So I'm going to grab my Crocodile. Stamping Up, would you please make a new one? I'm going to come in 1/2 inch, which is this middle mark. I'm thinking anyways, because I should have plenty of room, and I do. Do I want a 1/2 inch right there? You can see that 1/2 inch poke a hole. Then I'm going to come on this side. Line it up. Okay, at least now I know what I'm doing, right? You guys didn't have to wait till the end. Pretty lucky, if you ask me. Now, let's figure out how much ribbon we're going to need. So that's about 14 inches. And I'm going to put my bag here. That's going to leave me enough to knot it. So I'm going to go with 14 inches. The other bag will get a piece when we're done. So let's go ahead and we're going to put this through. Let's see if I can get it in there. Might need a little help from the scissors. Another reason why I wanted that extra support of the doubled DSP in there. So there's one. And, oh, that is going to be nice. If I could, you know, hand stitch that, that would even be better, but that's not going to work. So let's just put a knot in it. That should, it's a small hole, and this should work. I don't use ribbon enough at all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know what else we can do. I think, nope, that's going to hold it. Okay, so now I'm going to go make sure I go on the outside and have a nice straight line. There is some black and white. What is that called? I have it. It made it to the catalog, which is great because I haven't, sometimes I forget I have it. But that would have been great on this also. I'll have to use that on a card. I'll have to use that on a card. So there is, oh, look at that, lovely. That is a nice length. Oh, so cute. Okay, so where are our extra pieces that we just did? Yes, magnetic clip. All right, so let's get going here. So we have our dragonflies, our bits and our pieces. So first of all, we're going to glue the Daffodil Delight handmade tag to the label, Me Lovely. I did try the decorative circle punch and I didn't like it. So I'm just going to scribble some right there. Doesn't need a whole lot. Yes, I'm making sure because I know I put the circle on dimensions. Ooh, so cool. So this is going to go right there. Now I can put my other elements. Here is our circle. We want dimensionals for that. So 2 should do it, as nothing really is going on it, but a flower in the center. And we can glue this to its spot. I'm gonna hold it up just so I get them going in the right direction. Oh, a little bit more. So this is going in the lower corner just because I like the look of it. I'm gonna give it a pinch here for a minute. Okay, dragonfly there. Get to see me. Ooh, ooh, the other one so needed that extra dragonfly. You could, oh, you know what? We could just put that there and do, I really wanted my flower though. I wanted my flower. I'm gonna stick with my flower. I just kind of like that. So this black flower getting glued straight down, the small bloom punch. If you don't have this, put the dragonfly on there. This one, I'm gonna put these acrylic nails to work here. They're a bit too long, but I got another week to go before I go in and get a fill done with my daughter. Her girlfriend Jalissa is gonna go with us. So let's see. She's probably gonna get a pedicure. My daughter will get a pedicure too. Me, I just want my nails filled. All right. Now we're gonna use, we could actually put that up there. Oh, I don't know now. Nope, we are gonna go like this. That's how it's gonna be. We're gonna move that one. So these shadows of the dragonfly are getting glued straight down. Maybe if I can get glue on it, that is. Okay. A little bit up and turned, and this one a little off center. I don't want it too much. There we go. Now this one, we're gonna pull our wings. You can do it with your bone folder, thumb. You guys see me do this before. Curl it out. And I'm gonna, bending its wings down like so, up some. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put glue here and a dimensional, just a little one on each side. So where are the minis? Because that's all it needs is a mini. One, and you're gonna see what it does. There's, nope, I want you in the center. There's one right there. Okay. See how it's not too close, just right. Because now I'm gonna run my glue down the center of the dragonfly. You're gonna have to pinch this. I do want it offset a bit. I want you to see its shadow. So I'm gonna pop it down. I need to move the tail over just a hair because I want you to see that little bit of black shadow there. But now you can see this. This body is all the way down, and then its wings. It just gives it, oh, such nice stuff. So we're gonna wink a Stella. Dragonfly has to have some sparkle, some shine, and yes, gemstones. And I think I'm almost all out of my garden gems, guys, which would have been great. I can't find them anywhere. Oh, I saw some. I didn't do it on, there we go. Yes, and I was a bit excessive here in the last paper pumpkin using these up, and I regret it now. I regret it so much. But if I think like that, then I will never get them used. So this little dragonfly is getting that single stone on it. And I'm going to put this one. I only have so many left, and it went for... Oh, where did you go? I thought I heard it hit the seat of my chair, but it didn't. So, oh, thank goodness. Okay. Let's see. I wanted, maybe it will show up again, but I don't know. There we go. Then we're going to use these little one and put, I really should put 2 here. 1, 2, I really need one more. Okay, this one's gonna have 2. You know what? Nope. I changed my mind. I wonder if this will be too big for that. It is. Maybe not. Okay. That will work. So there is our little, love that little sparkle. I'm gonna miss you so much, Garden Gems, when you're done. Okay, so this is our gift bag. I don't know if you can see, but it looks like it needs some more Wink of Stella. I need to, like, I really want it to sparkle, guys. Okay, let's see. Oh, much better. And some on the little bloom. And that will do it for video number 1. Where is my card? I will show you if I can find it. Is this my card? Nope, that's supplies for the card. All right, don't know where the card is. It's in the other gift bag. So this is it without the dragonfly. I like it much better with that dragonfly. This is the card that I made to go in it using leftovers. And in video number 2, you're going to see me do this. And I'm going to change these, I think, just a little bit. So stay tuned and we'll come back and we're going to fill our gift bag with cards. See you then. Bye-bye now.